Hi guys, my name is Aman and welcome to Samaro. We had been getting a lot many questions, people asking about how to really use Samaro for the media sharing. So this particular video is going to be a very detailed video. I would strongly recommend for the people who are very familiar with the UI of the Samaro to watch it on the 2x speed. But for the people who are watching it for the first time, I am going to try and give you a very detailed understanding about how exactly Samaro sharing functions, what are the options available, what are the toggles option available, and where you can find them all. So let's start it. The first thing you can see on my screen at this moment is the Samaro landing page. As soon as you log into the Samaro account, that's where you jump into. It shows you all the options available, all the events you have created recently in the past. Of course, you can segregate them using the filter. You can also segregate them using the joining date or the guest count or the event name. Let's go to one of the recent events where I had enabled Samaro, which was a Bangalore fraternity meetup. Uh, Okay, so the moment I click on this event, the first thing lands up is the entire media. That's where the all the photos are showcased here. It shows me 4091 photos which have been uploaded here. Of course, I can add the media from here. But jumping directly to the real question, where can I find the sharing option? How can I share these photos with my guest? Here on the left hand side, you see this option called sharing. If I click on sharing, there is a new tab which has been opened which give me access to every available option of the media sharing. Now this is a gallery number one. So what we do at Samaro is that we give you multiple permutation combinations available for you guys, that you can select, that you can create multiple galleries just of one individual event. So the first gallery is by default been created, so it shows 1 out of the 5 galleries. That means the first gallery has automatically been created. You can create 4 more galleries of the same event. What exactly this function means, I will give you a detail as we move forward. To give you a brief about here, if I go to the sharing option to the first gallery, and if I go to the share option, the first option comes with an audience. There are 3 possibilities in the audience. The first one is the public gallery, the second one is the private guest access, and third one is the all access gallery. The public gallery means that you can share this particular link with any of your user the moment they are gonna open it. Let me try opening it in the new tab for you guys. Okay, so as I have opened this particular link, this showed me the landing page. There are multiple carousel photos here. It showed me the header of the name. It shows me all the photos here. There is no filtration at this moment here. There are option of clicking on my photos. The moment I click on my photos, it will ask me to take my selfie, and the moment I take my selfie, all my photos will be segregated out here. That's option number 1. Of course, the guest can download the photos here, the guest can upload the photos from here, the guest can log out from here. So that's majorly like a public gallery link wherein the guest can see every single individual detail of the photos. Here you can also see the column of a private photos. If I click on private photos, it asks me for the pin. Let's jump back to the last tab where we have started from so that I can tell you how this really pin works upon. Okay, right below this link, there is an option called as creating a pin. Now it might happen that you might have uploaded 4000 photos, but there are 400 photos of the guest which you don't want to make it public. You really want those photos to be the private and should only be accessible to the people who have this secret pin with you. So by default, the pin is 4321. I strongly recommend to edit this pin and make a pin which is a unique pin. The moment you mark this pin, I jump back to the media section and I can I want these 4 photos to be the private photos. I just have to click on the private photos. Now when I go back to that gallery and I enter the pin, only the people who have access to the pin will be able to access to that media. The remaining public can only see the entire gallery, which is the public gallery automatically. So that's everything which is for the public gallery. Of course, you can generate the QR codes from here. You can download the QR code. You can share this QR code with the people. You can You can in fact change the color themes of the QR code so that it matches your brand color or the theme of the event you have ideated upon. Not just the by default color options, you can also click on the custom color. You can put the RGB parameters and you can create the custom colors. You can use the color picker and you can actually use whatever color which is more associated with your brand. I will choose one of the default colors here and I can download the color QR code here, and then I can print those QR code, I can share it via WhatsApp, I can share it via digital platforms. Anyone who scans this QR code, they can access this entire gallery of the photos. Now there is also an option of a Canva template. So the Canva templates are more like, I'll show you here. Canva templates are more like predefined editable, printable QR code banners we have created for you guys. Of course, you can create your own using the Canva software or any other designing software, but few of the designing software is something, designs is something which we have shared with you guys. Let's close this particular segment. Okay, now there is also an option called send on WhatsApp, which means that you can send this link, which is your unique link of the event, to the people on the WhatsApp. That's how it's going to show up on the WhatsApp. If I click on send on WhatsApp, my WhatsApp tab is going to open. I can select the set of people whom I want to share this gallery link, and automatically all of them will receive the notification about the gallery link. Of course, they can open that link and get the access to the photos. So that was I think more or less everything about the gallery and how it looks like. Now if you see, there is also an option called sub events. Sub events mean that it might happen that you don't want to share your entire sub events with your guest. Maybe on the gallery 1, which has been the first gallery, you just want to share the photos of the Mehendi function or a day 1 function with a set of function. So one, I can put the gallery name here, that what is the name of this particular gallery. Second, I can select that which all sub events I want to share in this particular gallery. Let me be more clear and try to explain you in a much simpler words. Gallery 1, it can be either the entire set of photos, or it can be, let's say, gallery 1 is equal to day 1, gallery 2 is equal to day 2, gallery 3 is equal to day 1 plus day 2. Any permutation combination will work perfectly fine here. It depends on what kind of privacy you want to share it with your guest out there. Let's take an example for this particular gallery, which is a gallery 1. I want to share every single photo of the entire event with the guest here. There is also an option called the rearrange option here, where I can select that which photos should come first, which event should come first, which event should come second. Depending on the priority and the look and feel of the gallery, you can really select which all options are here. I know it's gonna be a little complex for you guys to understand because there are way too many options available, but trust me, these are all the options you guys have requested from us, and this is something which makes your gallery very, very unique and customized as per your style and preferences. Jumping back, take a breather, let's go back, let's see what all options are available. There is still a lot to absorb for you guys. Wherever you feel there is this information is going way above your absorption, take a pause, go back, do whatever I have guided you till now, come back, restart the video and see what all options are available. Cool. Now let's jump back to the option number 3, which is the privacy and access. One of the very, very important feature, and that's where I think the Samaro stands very strong, is that we really focus hard on the privacy feature. The first option is that who can open the gallery, which is one of the important questions, that who really can. Once you have shared the gallery, it is like an open field that anyone can come to your gallery and really access to the photo. It might happen that you might don't want to share the entire set of photos with everyone and anyone out on the internet. So to limit the digital footprint, that's where the option comes in. Now by default, require gallery pin has been turned off, which means that the moment you are gonna come on any of the event for this gallery, anyone can see the entire set of photos. The moment I toggle it on, which means that without having the privacy pin, no one can access to even the single photo out there. Of course, it depends on how you want to share the photo. That is the reason we by default keep it off, but the moment you want to keep the privacy on the top layer, you can toggle it on. Now the second option is that guest data collection. What really you want your guest to give you the data before they access to your gallery. By default, the email address and WhatsApp number options are turned on, which means the moment anyone will click here on, sorry, let me go back. Yep, anyone will click on the my photos option after taking the selfie, they will be asked to put their WhatsApp number and the email ID. Only when they put all those details accurately, they will be able to get their photos segregated, or the facial recognition will really work there. But it might happen that for few of the event wherein the HNIs are coming and and the planner or maybe the organizers have requested you that they don't really want the guest media data to be collected. Of course, this is up to your choice and you can toggle both the options off, and the moment you have turned it off, that means that none of the information from the guest will be collected out here. Okay, going down, gallery features. Now, by default, we also give you an option of the guest upload, which means that guest can also upload the data. Let me be clear, Samaro is not just the platform which is about photographers sharing the data. It is a media collection platform, which means that it is a two-sided platform. One, the photographers can upload the data. The second, the guests can also upload the data, so that for the admin or for the organizer, all the media is collected at a single individual gallery place. By default, we give this option as a turn on, which means that anyone who access to this gallery will see the photos of upload also, which means that if I have clicked certain photos at the event from my mobile or my camera, I can also upload the photos on Samaro event gallery. Of course, we do make sure that the photos are automatically segregated on the official photos and the guest photos, so that your professional, good looking, highly edited professional photos are not getting merged with the guest media. See here, if I go to the guest media, these are the photos which were being uploaded by the guests who were at the event, but they are being segregated out differently. By default, of course, we give this option on, so that it's easy for you to collect every single data, but the moment you want the guest not to upload any of the media, you can of course toggle it on. Now we also have an option of business inquiry, that do you want your guests to have the moment they might have seen your photos and they are really interested contacting you for your next event. Of course, we are all using this softwares, or we are investing on softwares because we want to grow our business. So of course we want to give this toggle on by default, which means that the moment the guest comes to your gallery, they can also find your details, that your Instagram handle, your YouTube handle, your contact number, your email ID, so that they can also contact you. Of course, for few of the events wherein you don't want this to happen, you can toggle it off, but of course my recommendation, always put this on. Now this is something on the version 2 of the Samaro. We have also launched an option of language toggle, which means that we understand there are photographers who are also working international. There are certain corporate events where there are multiple people coming from multiple countries. We don't want to restrict people accessing everything on in the language of English. So the moment you toggle language toggle, which means that guests can now access every single detail available on Samaro or your gallery or on the event page, automatically transcribed to any language your user choose upon. Okay, now comes a very interesting option, which is one of my favorite options. Of course, for the privacy we keep it off, but sometimes what happens that during an event someone takes a selfie, but there are also people in the background, which means that the selfie is not able to, the system is not able to recognize the facial on a very accurate basis, because there are multiple faces popping in the background also. So yeah, what option it gives is that the moment you toggle it on, rather than people just uploading and getting them an option of uploading a selfie via real-time camera upload or a real-time photo click, they can then also upload the photos via pick and drop from the gallery. I will show you how it really works. Let me switch it on. Let me go back to this tab. Let me refresh this tab so that the settings are enabled now. Yes, now if I go to my photos, There is also an option of upload from device, which means that I can of course take a selfie, but I can also upload my photo from a device, which will give me a much accurate data. Let's see how it functions. I have done it, uploading and matching photos. Yep, here it goes. The system has found 2 photos of mine, and now rather than uploading or taking a real-time selfie, I also got a real-time notification on my WhatsApp that hey, you have been registered for wedding fraternity 2026 event. And furthermore, all the notification, and also see the selfie quality for me is this 9:10, which is a great match. It might have happened that if I would have taken this photo from my mobile, the selfie quality would have not matched this quality. Of course, here in a safer environment, it would have matched a higher quality, but while I'm taking photos at a real event, the lighting conditions vary a lot, so the photo uploaded might not really of a great quality. Jumping back to more options available here, there are 2 more options here. Require liveness check for a selfie. Guest must pass a live face check before their selfie is accepted. Local upload is skipped while this is on. So if I go and toggle it on, this particular feature means that it might happen that while taking a selfie, to put an extra layer in the privacy rather than people uploading a selfie of any random person, taking a screenshot or taking showing the photo on a mobile and taking a selfie of it. This particular feature means that the system will also check that the liveliness of the photo is the person real of which you are taking photo, so that the guest cannot access the photo of someone else just via showing their face on their mobile or a printable file. Going bottom down, the guest favorite option, if I toggle this on, this is more interconnected to the feature of an album selection, wherein the guest cannot just see the photos, but they can also put the photos heart, which means that they can also wishlist the photos, that which photos they have liked. And you as an event organizer, the admin or the photographer, you can also get the segregated list of all the photos which has been liked by individual person. That works efficiently and amazingly when it comes to album selection, so that you don't have to go for multiple round of selection with the photos. The first link you have shared, it has everything and anything. Going back to the options where we were for the sharing options. Okay, so this was everything about public gallery. If I go here, there is also an option called as private guest access. And the private guest access means that if I open this link, let's do that. Let's see how it functions upon. Now, when I've shared this private access link, the guest will not be able to see the photos in general. See, of course, I can see my photos because I've already taken my selfie, but I can't take access to all the photos which are available on the internet. Even there is no option of entering the PIN. This is a very private gateway of only the people showing the photos of the people who are really part of that photo. No one can access to any other data, not via PIN, not via admin, nothing. It is my selfie, my photos delivered to me, not in any other way. Let's see what is the third option available now. The third option is an all access gallery. The all access gallery means that, let's also open this file to see what this really means. Okay, so I've opened this tab, it is loading now. Let's see what happens. Now the all access means that this gallery is open for everyone and anyone. You don't have an option of putting a pin here. All your private photos, all your public photos, all your every single photo is being available here. There is no level of privacy at this moment. Of course, if I click on my photos, that will function exactly the way it used to function in the last options, but this is something which everyone can access to the photo upon. Maybe this feature is useful that for a gallery one, let's take an example, you have done a corporate shoot or you have shot a wedding. You can share the link of a public gallery or a private access gallery to the people who were the guests at the event, and you can share the all access gallery to the groom and bride and the family, so that they can see every single photo, but guests cannot have an access to every single photo. They can see the photos which only they are part of. Now let's jump to a very interesting part, which is more linked to the designing part of it, more customization part of it. You see this option of a gallery design here. Let's go and see. Now gallery design has been much detailed created. There are 7 partitions to it. It starts with a look and feel about how you want your gallery to look like. Let's update and see, because there are developers who are just pushing the new codes and new designs every few hours out there. Okay, so at this moment, like we have seen, this gallery looks like it. This is something like a live preview. You can toggle it between a mobile version and the desktop version. Of course, it is designed in a way that it has been automatically the alignment gets automatically set it between the desktop and mobile, irrespective whatever setting you choose here. Now at this moment, this option has been selected. Let's see what happens if I go to the broadsheet. See, the broadsheet has the wide photo up here, the text here, and then the gallery goes there. Let's see what the daylight looks like. So yeah, we have multiple options available here that matches your style, your vision, your theme, your brand guidelines, so that you can select and you can have a unique look and feel of the entire website. Going down, that has also an option of element shape, which means that you can also choose the shape of the element, which means that, let me show you what exactly the element means like. Now let's at this moment, by default it is rectangle. Let's convert it into the pill option. So the pill option is that all the buttons which will be on this gallery will now be converted from a rectangle shape to the pill shape. All those features are just for the UI of the website. Of course, if you need more detailing, you can choose those options, but by default we have chosen the best out of it. Now let's see what the cover option mean like. See, at this moment, again, like I told you, there are multiple options available at this moment. So there are multiple options just for the cover. At this moment, we have chosen centered card, which is this particular segment, the centered card. There is an option of full bleed center, then there is option of stack of 5, there is option of tinted overlay. Go and click on every single option. You will get an understanding about what these features really mean by. Choose the one which feels interesting for you. The best part is that for any of the individual event, because we give you an option of creating 5 different galleries, which mean that you can have look and feel of maybe gallery 1 have a different feel altogether, the gallery 2 have altogether a different feel, the gallery 3 have a very different feel, so that for a different kind of audience you can have a different kind of look and feel out there. Let's choose the postcard 1 and see how it looks like. Going down, let's see what all options. Now it shows as a title. You leave blank to use the gallery name, but if I want my title to be different from a gallery name, anything unique, I can put it here. This is a different name. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, let's choose the date. This was on July 18th, 2026. Okay, let's see how it looks like. Let's click on preview gallery. See, the name which I have entered, this is a different name has been mentioned here. If I would have left it empty, that would have been a by default name of Bangalore Fraternity Event 2026. Also, the new date which I have chosen is being mentioned here. Let's go back to the page we were in. Okay, I will keep this empty again so that I don't disturb the setting of the live event. Okay, going down, I have an option of customize cover title, which is this particular segment, the cover title. I can also choose the color. I can also change the font style of it. Again, all those options are available so that it's more customizable for you guys. You can change the color, you can change the font style, you can put it in the uppercase, you can put it in the lowercase, you can put it in as type. You can put the combination of logo only or a text only or a both of it. Now, we also give you an option wherein you can choose the cover photo you want. Now there are 5 options available because the maximum number of cover photos comes on a stack of 5 is the 5 photos, wherein the group photos come as an animation. That is the reason we have given a 5 option. The first one is the option which comes up here. If I have chosen something, which gallery cover photos comes as a 1 out here. Let's see what comes as a scene header. Now the scene header is this particular segment, which is an event name, which is sub events name, which has been mentioned. See, there are multiple ways possible. You can choose the one which suits your style best. I have chosen it in the serif font because I love that particular format, but choose it different style for the different kind of events out there. Of course, here also you can put the colors, you can change the color, and you can choose the text style or the text font which you want. Let's go to the next option, which is the palette option. Now again, for the palette, we have multiple palettes by default here, both for the dark version and for the light version, whichever you want for your event. Let's see how it looks like in the sand option, or what looks like in the forest option, for the midnight option. So it shows you the live preview of how it exactly looks like. Cool. Let's go to the typography option. The typography option, the first one is the italic heading. If I click on the italic heading, the heading goes automatically italic. If I toggle it off, it comes back. Again, I have multiple font styles available options. Choose the one which matches your style. Now this is a more on the animation part of it. If you see this gallery closely, there is a slight animation which happens with the gallery slide of it. See. See, these are the kind of animation. So I can choose a subtle animation, the balanced animation, or the cinematic animation. The cinematic ones are a little more slower, the balanced one are on the medium pace, the subtle ones are on a different pace of it. So again, click on it, try it, choose the one which you want. Last one and the final option, which is the layout. There are two type of grid options available, the justified or the masonry. Choose the one which for a different event you can have a different kind of a gallery type. Then you choose the density of it, how spacious or what distance or what amount of white space you want in the entire gallery. And again, the gap option, that you want your photos to be snuggy, or you want it roomy, or you want the tight space of it, you want airy. Depending on your taste, depending on your style, depending on the event you're covering, you can choose the one. That's everything which comes into the customization of the gallery. I hope this would have been an interesting knowledge for you. Of course, it is a very detailed one. At any moment you are confused, in the bottom of the video I will also attach the link of the blog, which is a very detailed blog showing you step-by-step option. It has an indexing so that you don't have to read the entire blog. You can just click on the options you are confused upon, or if you are again confused at any step, you want a more understanding about any particular feature, drop in the comment. We read our comments very regularly. We will create another video, or maybe a technician or someone from my team will connect with you, and they will guide you much more in detail about how that particular function upon. So that was everything upon the gallery one. Similarly, you can create multiple galleries. Now the moment I click on add gallery, I have option 2, the classic option or the version 2.0 option. The classic ones have a limited amount of options. The version 2 has more detailed options, all those options which I had showed you right now here. So click on the way you want, create the gallery to. Let's take an example. For this gallery would have been for a VIP guest. So I put the VIP guest, create design. Again, choose all the options and your gallery 2 has been created out there. Again, for the gallery 1, let's take an example for gallery 1, you want it to be the public gallery. For the gallery VIP guest, you just want it to be the all access gallery, because you don't want them to give you all the detail. Going to the privacy, I will toggle the email address off, I will toggle the guest upload off, I will put the business inquiry off, no requirement of guest favorite. So the VIP guest link is more of an all access link, and this one is to the private guest access. So you can segregate those things. You can share an individual link. Of course, if you see this link, it is a different link. If I go to this particular one, it is more of the URL structure goes different out here. So that's everything about the gallery section or the sharing option out there. I hope this was a easy understanding for you. Because I have already created this video, I would also love to share you that how you can control, because we get a lot many questions asking people asking that how can I control the quality of the download when people access to this gallery. Let's go to the setting option and let's go to the media option. Again, go to the setting option, go to the media option. See, by default your entire media is a public data, but you can also by default make it like a public one. the private one. So the moment you put it in the private, automatically any next event you are creating, anything you're putting, by default everything moves into the private section. Let's go here. The first option we see is that do you want to allow your guests to download the media or not. It might happen that you want your guests to download, view the photos, but you don't want them to download the photos, maybe for the economy purpose, the payment purpose, the privacy purpose. Of course, by default it is on, but you can always toggle this button off, which means that guests can access to all the media, but they can never download that photo. Now see, there are two options to the downloading option. For the owners, co-host or the pin viewers, which quality of download you want? Do you want them to download in original? Do you want them to download in the lower quality, mid quality, or the lower quality? Same goes for the guest and public viewers. Which quality you want them to download your data with, the original, the medium, or the lower quality? There is also an option of allow zip download. This goes effective when the guests download the entire bank in an all download, that they want to download all 2000, 3000 or 4000 set of photos, the number of photos we uploaded. That's where the photos get, rather than uploading individual photo and get flooded in the download gallery, we give you an option or guest option of downloading the entire thing in a zip. Again, that is something which you have to toggle it on if you want your people to download the entire media in the zip file or not. Jumping to the final section, and an important section, because we understand that branding is very, very important for all the users or subscribers of Samaro. We have two important options, one for the watermark, one for the frames. I will show you one how to apply it, and then I will show you where exactly you can upload your watermarks and frame designs. Because we are already in the media setting page, here you will find the option of watermark first. Watermark presets. See, these are all the watermark presets which are uploaded in my setting page. I can choose which watermark I want for which gallery or which event. It might happen that for an event 1 I have a different watermark, for event 2 I can upload a different watermark, for event 3 I can upload a different watermark. Let's choose the Samaro watermark here. Now again, there are two options here. You want them to apply the watermark on viewing, on downloads, on both of it, or partially. Depending on your preference, you can choose this particular setting. Maybe you want all of them to not have the watermark while they are viewing the photos, but the moment they download the photos, it is on. You can toggle that particular section off. Similarly for the frames. Now frames are like your sponsored frames. You might have went to some of the corporate events. You see the band of the sponsored, maybe the co-sponsor, the title sponsor, the photography partner, the media partner. That's what the frame looks like. Again, multiple options. You can have multiple frames uploaded in the setting page. Similar to the watermark, you can select that you want it on the viewing, on the download, or on both section of it. That's everything about the media sharing, privacy, branding. The only option I have to tell you now is how to upload these watermarks and the frame. Go to your account name shown on the top right section. Go to your account. Here you will see the option of go to the top right section. Go to the account setting option. That's where you will find more detail option. Go to the option of watermark presets. See here, I can upload the watermark presets here. Similarly, I can upload, very highly recommended, only upload the PNG files here so that the transparency is 0, opacity of the transparency of the background is 0 here. See, I have uploaded already multiple watermarks here. You can upload up to 20 presets. Similarly, for the sponsor frames, you can upload up to 4 frames here. Click on add frames, put the preset name, select the sponsor, select the vertical and horizontal, upload both so that your photos, because horizontal band might be a different, the vertical band might be a smaller width of it. Upload both the sections of it, see how it looks like, save the preset, go back to the media setting, upload the presets wherever you want like. I hope I have answered and I have been capable enough to help you understand the entire media sharing option available on Samaro. There are more options available. I will create another video, give you a broader understanding about how the album selection works like, how the album designer looks like, how the meta pixel and the Google Analytics function looks like. Very, very interesting, very, very important for artists. I will try to create more detailed videos about it. But yeah, if you have any questions about these features, drop in the comment. We'll try to create another video of it. Head to the blog link available in the description. Go there. Go to Samaro account, try all those options available. I'm pretty sure the UI and UX we've created is very clean, very simple, and you will be able and you will get the answers of all your questions. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you soon. Take care. All the best.